You know that guy you filled out the survey about? Well, I've got to break it to you. He scored an F. Just run away. And I mean run, not walk. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's more talk than action when it comes to building a career. While he might sound confident and make bold promises, he doesn't have the patience or steady work habits needed to move up or succeed over time. You might notice he blames others or makes excuses rather than putting in real effort.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's more likely to break down than bounce back. He gets frustrated easily and can lose his temper quickly. This reaction can make tough times feel even heavier, not only for him but for anyone close to him.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He is often getting into arguments or rubbing people the wrong way at work. While he might be polite on the surface, his temper and sharp remarks can make him difficult to be around, especially when things aren't going his way. People may try to avoid him because they never know when he might explode or say something hurtful.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your career, he's more likely to feel threatened and insecure than proud. He tends to see other people's success as a reflection on himself, sometimes reacting with anger or jealousy instead of encouragement. You deserve someone who truly cheers for you, not one who becomes distant or negative when you succeed.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, he is likely to secretly resent you and feel insecure if you earn more than him. Instead of celebrating your effort, he may feel left out or less important, which can lead to bitterness or cold behavior at home. You might notice him avoiding conversations about money, making sarcastic comments, or becoming moody.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He isn't careful with money and tends to spend without much thought. Planning, saving, or sticking to a budget isn't his strong point, so you might see him making impulsive purchases or ignoring bills until there's a problem. This kind of behavior can create stress and uncertainty for everyone around him.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's more likely to pretend to be richer than he actually is. He might show off with flashy things or talk about big plans, but often lacks the discipline to manage his finances sensibly. Over time, This habit can lead to debt and tension in the household.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He isn't naturally open hearted or generous. While he might be polite on the surface, kindness and genuine warmth are not his strong suit. When asked for help or support, he may grudgingly give or even refuse, showing little concern for how you feel.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is more likely to be secretive and controlling about money. You may find him hiding details, making decisions without you, or getting defensive if you ask questions about spending or savings. He likes to have things his way, and being honest about money isn't natural for him.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to think housework is mainly your job and may expect you to handle most of the chores at home. Even if you are working or busy, he might not step in to help without being told. He could even act annoyed if you ask for support. It's important to have honest conversations about these things before making any commitment.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's much more likely to stand back and watch, giving instructions or picking faults, rather than actually rolling up his sleeves and helping. You might find him calling it help if he simply points out what needs to be done or comments from the side. But rarely will he jump in to wash dishes, do laundry, or change diapers himself. If equal teamwork is important to you, living with him may feel frustrating and unfair over time.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He usually argues to prove he's right, not to understand your side. If you bring up your feelings or concerns, he's likely to interrupt, dismiss what you say, or twist the conversation to make himself look better. This can leave you feeling unheard and hurt, and it becomes tiring always having to defend yourself.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he's likely to say hurtful things or act in an aggressive way. You might hear him shout, use harsh or insulting words, or even see him slam doors or throw things. He doesn't manage his emotions well, so his anger can make the home feel unsafe or stressful.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he is the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. This isn't just a small problem, it's a big warning sign that shouldn't be ignored. Over time, this can affect your confidence, happiness, and even your safety.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He struggles to say sorry and rarely takes responsibility for his mistakes. Instead, he's quick to blame you or others when things go wrong, making you feel as if you are always at fault, even for things beyond your control. This can leave you feeling unheard, guilty, and alone.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is not the kind of man who easily respects boundaries, and he may struggle to accept no for an answer. If you set limits, whether about your time, space, or anything personal, he might argue, push back, or even ignore your wishes, making you feel pressured or uncomfortable. If someone cannot respect your no, it is a serious red flag.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding or asking how you feel, he may become upset, sulk, or make you feel guilty about your decision. This can create pressure and tension in your relationship, making it hard for you to relax or feel safe.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You should be cautious with him because he is not likely to handle private moments with the care and respect they deserve. If he gets angry or wants to win an argument, he might bring up things you shared in confidence to embarrass you or use them against you. This can make you feel exposed and unsafe, even in your most personal moments.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is easily distracted by other women and may not take loyalty in a relationship seriously. Even when he's with you, you might notice him flirting, paying attention to others, or acting in ways that make you question his commitment. This can leave you feeling insecure and hurt, always wondering if you can trust him.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he's likely to be overpossessive, often showing jealousy and controlling behavior. He may question where you go, who you talk to, or even try to limit your freedom, acting as if he owns your every move. This kind of behavior is unhealthy and can slowly take away your confidence and independence.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, in his case, what may seem like a protective nature is actually a sign of a controlling personality. He doesn't protect to make you feel safe, he controls to keep you dependent on him. Real protection encourages your freedom, real control takes it away.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will most likely expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. Even if he talks about being a family man, in reality, he's not the type to share the daily work that raising children requires. It's important to see this clearly before making big decisions.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's much more likely to lose his temper than stay calm. You might see him yell, harshly scold, or even say things that hurt their feelings instead of helping them learn from their mistakes. Over time, this response can harm their confidence and trust.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He's unlikely to support your role as both a mother and your own person. He may expect you to focus only on family and household duties, often ignoring your dreams, work, or personal needs. Over time, this can make you feel like you've lost your own identity and freedom.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is exactly the kind of man who may appear to support your career at first, but could later pressure you to quit once you have a child. In the beginning, he might say things to encourage you or act as though he is on your side, but deep down, he expects you to put his needs and the family first, even if it means giving up your own goals. Always trust your instincts. If you sense this pattern now, it is wise to take it seriously before making long term decisions.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will most likely act polite on the surface with your parents, but won't show real warmth or care. He may greet them or speak with them out of duty, but his actions lack genuine affection or respect. Pay attention to this, as kindness to your loved ones matters for a happy married life. He is more likely to expect your family to change for him rather than making an effort to adjust himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's likely to make things worse rather than handle it calmly. Instead of finding peaceful solutions or talking things out, he might react with anger, blame your family, or even blame you. This is important to consider if you want harmony in your family relationships.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is likely the kind of man who acts modern with you in private, but expects you to behave like a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. While he may not say much when you are alone, he could suddenly want you to dress, speak, and act in a way that meets his family's expectations when they are around. If you step out of line, you might face his criticism or feel embarrassed.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family rather than supporting you. You may find yourself handling difficult situations alone, wishing for his understanding or backup, but he will either keep quiet or expect you to adjust and keep the peace. Remember, a strong partner stands with you, not just beside his own people.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
Yes, he is very likely to be a mummy's boy, which means his mother's opinions and wishes usually come before yours. In a conflict between you and his mother, it's unlikely he will choose your side or stand up for you. This can leave you feeling unsupported, frustrated, and alone in your marriage.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. This means your personal matters won't stay private and could become topics of gossip or judgment within his family. Over time, this can create trust issues and make you afraid to open up, while his family may start interfering or taking sides.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, overall, there you have it. This guy is an F. Again, this is not going to end well. Just run away. Being in a relationship with this man, day in and day out, is mostly stressful and lonely. You may spend a lot of time feeling unappreciated, unheard, or judged, always trying to avoid his anger or sharp words.